Hey, it's Kelly BL Chef. Welcome to the channel. We do a lot of BL here, GL here, and sometimes music. Today I'm joined by my friend Yoshi and my beautiful sister Arwi, and we are watching Shine. Oh my God, this is on. Oh no, this is on YouTube. We are watching Shine episode 6. I can't remember what's on YouTube and what's on my Patreon. If you are watching this, if you are watching this on YouTube, because of some of the restrictions, it's very difficult. I just know every time I try to upload, it gets blocked. I've seen other people having the same challenge. So what we've decided to do is we will have this pre-show talk, post-show talk. That's a review and a recap. And then if you would like to see the full reaction, head on over to my Patreon. It's very affordable, you guys. And everybody there is super nice. So come on over and subscribe. Look, I did all the things. Oh, and Yoshi has a channel. They are watching Boston Babe right now, and we will be joining him shortly with another show. So get over to Yoshi's channel, subscribe, have some fun with Yoshi and his nerd friends.
Yeah, we're still working out some technical difficulties. I'm learning how to do this YouTube thing, and sometimes videos come out without the videos of the actual people in them. We're doing our best over here. We're doing our best over here.
Good though. It's so good. And if you've never watched Boston Babe, I think it's a fun way to, because sometimes people do watch reactions because they didn't want to watch a show alone, or like Nikki always says that, sometimes when you watch it with people, it's a different experience. So maybe you didn't get into it the first time, or maybe you've never seen it. Go watch it with Yoshi and his friends. I have seen it, and I am amused by your friends. That's a good time.
I've seen it a zillion times, but I'm watching it with your friends. And actually, you and your friends are the first reaction videos.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're watching it through the lens of, I am a person who has been into BL for several years now, and the two of them are brand new. Lisa has watched, I think, 2 completed BLs. She's watched Semantic Error and Monster Next Door, and Zoe has almost finished 1 BL, and that is all of their BL knowledge. That is everything they know.
I started.
And so I was like, hey, y'all are going to watch these boys kissing with me. And that's what we're doing.
Coffee is so delicious, by the way. I don't know why. I don't know why it's so good.
So is Chardonnay.
Oh my God. You guys, it's the morning time. Well, no, it's afternoon.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's afternoon.
It's 1 o'clock.
It's fine. It's a brunch.
What episode are we on?
Episode 6.
6 of 8?
It's almost over.
Yeah, I know. Of 8.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, I was looking at the lineup of what's coming. What new shows are coming. There's a Merman show that's coming.
I'm so excited for the Merman show.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. I've been watching this show. Like, this show was announced ages ago. I thought it died, and now they're fucking rising it from the ashes like a phoenix. I am so excited for the Merman show. I'm gonna be real honest with you. A large portion of me being excited for the Merman show.
Fine.
Well, yes, but also, I do the BL Boy magic cards, and I've really wanted to make a Mer People deck for a really long time. But there's no BL Boys dressing up as mermen. Also, angels. Please do an angel show. I want to make an angel deck, and there's no good pictures of BL Boys dressed up as angels. Please help a bitch out.
So we have coming, I don't know why I got on this, but I'm here now. The Wicked Game. That is the off-road.
That's this month.
Yes.
We gotta watch that to get September 27th.
Yes. I didn't mean to breathe like that. I got a little excited.
I am so now. Remember, it is going to be upsetting. It is full on Licorn, and we are supposed to not like off-road in this. Off-road is going to upset us, but I'm excited to see him be not a good person. This is not going to be your cute fluffy. This is not. This is more to me from what I've seen. It's more Lacorn than it is BL. And if
So
you
we're
don't
talking
know,
like To Sir with Love.
sort of. That's at least schmaltzy. This is the dramatic Lacorn. This is Reset is more in the Lacorn field, but it was it. You know how
It's
dramatic
very,
that was. Um,
mm,
Top Form, I would say, is more in. No, it's not. Top Form,
no.
the anime side of things, but it's think about how I describe Lacorn as the Thai sister of what is it? Oh my god,
The I know what you're trying to say.
Bella. Yes,
Telenovela, yeah.
it is very. It can be over the top. It's really it. The drama is the point. It's not the love story.
Or like a
Yeah.
nighttime soap opera like a Dallas
Yes.
or something like yeah.
Yeah. So it's from what I've heard and what I've read, that is what they're going for. So it's going to be very you know how I think I named Reset because you know how the villain in Reset is so ridiculous.
Like cartoonishly
Mhm.
evil.
We're in
Mhm.
that. We're in that. Like I love Lacorns though, so
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm 1,000% here for that. All day here for that.
And what you'll see is a lot of the shows that are coming on that are like channel. You'll see stuff like Channel 3 and Channel whatever 7 or all of those are shows that are being done by those mainstream television channels, not BL companies. So there's the BL companies and then there's the mainstream television channels, and that show is being done by one of the mainstream television channels. So they're not making BLs, they just happen to have two guys in love in the series, but they're making Lacorns because that's what their channel does. Anyway, I got off the merman one, Lover Merman 27th, Wicked Game the 27th. That's summer. Oh, Winnie Satang. Oh, that's
God,
on the 19th.
Yes. I want to see that too.
I'm so excited for
I
that show.
can't. I don't know what to do with my stuff that looks so good.
Mhm.
Mandate. I really want to see is September 12th, but there's no international release. That's a political thriller. And then
I
there's
was
some
gonna say I don't think I've heard of that.
Yeah, I haven't
Oh,
heard of that
that's
one.
with Ben from Ben. He it was Ben in the in Man. What's his name? Man. Wasn't that his name?
I don't know.
From the Office Love Story.
Oh, oh God,
Isn't his name Man?
with the real tall guy? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it
he
was
was.
Man.
Yeah, Man. His name was Man. Right?
What office
Yeah, I
was?
think so.
I don't think we wouldn't have
Nobody would have recommended it to
only
you.
because the ending sucks, but it was really good till like the last 4 or 5 episodes, and then it was just like
It was
what
like
are you doing?
Guess what I finished in 2 days? Monster Next Door, and it was amazing.
yes.
I gotta rewatch that one. Not enough people
It's
reacted
so
to
good.
it. I that's
I
one of the
love
things
it.
I wish more people had reacted to it. So I could I prefer my rewatches through reactions. And so I
Mhm.
didn't get the opportunity because not enough people reacted to it. But that is one of my and the director for that is
So
very,
sweet.
very active online. So that was really fun. He would come on. He made friends with our friend Laura, who's over on TikTok. He made friends with her and he would come online and do like lives and I think they have an interview out. I
They
don't
do, yeah.
yeah, they have an interview out. He interviewed with almost all the podcasters. Anyway,
That
he's super fun and interesting and he tells a lot of the behind the scenes. And he was super interactive on his page about the series. So it was even more fun watching it in real time with him because he was so nice
yeah.
about
He talks a lot about like the behind the scenes stuff, a lot about the making process. He gives you a lot of like this is how the sauce is made, so
it.
it gives you a little bit more of an oomph when you're watching the show. You're like, oh, I get how they got to this, and then also the show is just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
It just,
good.
I remember it because it just made us like, we were already in love with the series, like real hardcore, real bad. And then he started telling us all this stuff, and we were like, ah, it was really sweet behind the scenes too.
Well, you got to
Anyway,
share with that interview with me Or shared something with
Well,
me
this
of
was
them.
just you go to his page. This wasn't. I've not seen the interview.
Okay.
I've only
Oh.
watched his page, and then he did I was on a couple of the lives he did. He did lives
Okay.
with Laura where she. I don't know if did she ever post those, Yoshi? I don't know if she
I
did or not.
believe she did. I will have to look into it though, because I'm
Yeah.
not super. Because I watched all of them live.
Live, right?
So I believe she did though.
Okay. But it was very cool. Like most director, or was he director or was he producer?
I think he's the director.
Okay, but I think he's producing other stuff. Oh my God, we're here for Shot.
We are.
What up, guys? You still here? I might have to put the little thing to say yapping for 10 minutes. Okay, now if you want to hear about Shine, start right here. What is it, 10:50? Everybody remember 10:50?
Yeah.
10:50.
Hi, let's talk about Shine and how
Oh,
beautiful it is. And how it's going to wreck our souls this episode, probably. Cause
Yeah, I feel like these next 2 episodes are gonna be real. Like this episode, next episode, and probably the last episode.
Yeah.
I don't see this show having like a super happy road.
No, I
sunshiny
think we're just
ending.
about to go through it for the next 3 weeks, guys.
Yeah, I think we're about to hit some rough patches.
Real rough.
And by
Real
patches, I
rough.
mean just the entire rest of the road.
Yeah. Our hearts are going to be broken into pieces.
Because I am very invested in both of these pairs. So I'm like,
These actors are having a good Euro and what's his name? Euro, and I've forgotten his name.
I can't remember.
Sun.
And then
the guy that plays Lurt.
Yeah, Euro and Sun. Mind you, most of these actors in this are not do nothing in the they're famous in the Lacorn world. They are not famous or they are like Jess is to 4 minutes. Are these actors to this series? And that is quite a sexy scene that they have been doing. Scenes of Zaza. And they are having a real good time with this. It is fun. It is fun to see them have fun with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They did the thing that's sticking out of my mind is they were asking him, like, what's your impression of each other? And Sun was like talking and he was like saying what his first impression of Euro was and stuff. He's like, but that was before. He's like, I think about you very differently now. And Euro was like, he was like, yeah, you do. Like a pop the collar moment. It was very funny. And then he started giggling and they both started giggling. I'm like, that's how it should. That's not nice that they're not like, but I think you have to know that going in that they're not going to be like weird about it.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like Jess though. It's so interesting watching these Lacorn guys come into BL because Jess said it's a different kind of famous. He said it doesn't matter how much fame you have in the Thai, Thai industry. BL fame is a different kind of fame, and it's the international piece that they're really not used to, and it's the interactiveness. BL fans are very interactive. They show up. They show up for all your events. They're there. They're loud, and they're on. They're online engaging with you, and you have this influx. You like the world knows who you are. So
yeah,
they're all.
We do be out in these streets.
Just gave me flashbacks in New York when you said they're loud.
Oh my God. I disassociated. I'm so sorry to the people in New York because there was a point where people were trying to talk to me. Oh, it's BL Chef, and I was like,
so many people. They're so loud.
I just gotta get out of here.
I just gotta go.
Huh?
You just gotta go.
Yoshi,
so
they walked out on stage, and the first scream, me, Nikki, and Kelly all looked at each other. And we were like, like, get us out of here.
It was like piercing. I'm not good in big crowd. I'm not a big crowd person. I don't like big crowds. I don't like loud. I'm noise sensitive, and I don't want you so close you can touch me. Like, back up. And so this was all of those things wrapped into one. So anyway. Yeah, they're all loud. Very loud.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta start because I got
Yeah, you do. You got
It's
stuff to
family
do.
to meet.
Okay. It
Yeah,
is
we
the
have to do
after
this.
the episode. We are here, guys, ready to woo discuss. I actually took notes like on me this time because I wanted to
Well, you
remember.
start because
I'm just there's a lot of themes throughout the thing, but I I I don't remember exactly how. I do remember it started with everybody in a super dark place, which set the
Mhm.
tone for the episode. The letters had stopped. Kanwa was drinking himself into a stupor. Like everybody was in this really dark place. But then you had sweet baby boy Victor, who was hopeful still that he
Mhm.
had a chance with. Oh, it was like the juxtaposition of that was a lot. But I was thinking about we find out that the news article has been released and that Naran is the one who made it happen.
in the
And
U.S.
in the US.
Yeah.
So now it's international news. So it's a whole different ball game. But I was thinking, one of the things I was thinking about is the college students and the way they show class in this, because you've got Tanwa,
Mhm.
who's otherworldly rich, who's also checked out of everything. He's not participant
Mhm.
in the world that's happening around him. You've got like the military that has power and control through their violence and status, which Lurt is in, but Trin is kind of like adjacent to, and is
Mhm.
benefiting from, but he is not
Yeah.
part
He's
of the machine. Yeah.
he's not directly a part of it, but he's benefiting from the infrastructure that it has in place.
But then you have these college students who believe they're in the right side of history and they're activists and they're doing these things. But even in that, I felt I was like, there's a detachment to what's happened with this village chief. Even when you see
Yeah.
Victor interact with, Trin that first time, where he has to tap into Trin's sadness about the chief dying. And that's when he says
Yeah.
it shouldn't be in vain. Like he was all smiles and yuck
Because
yucks.
he was happy that it got posted in the US paper. He was all thrilled about that, not thinking about the fact that a man actually died for this to happen.
Mhm.
And didn't he go with, wasn't he
They
with
all those
Trin?
kids met
All
that
of them
village
met
chief
this tree.
and
They met this
totally
chief and they're like, oh, but this is something that just had to happen for our message to be heard, basically.
exactly. And I tapped into it because that's a lot of a conversation that's happening here in the US. And there is a detachment from the real people here that get affected by some of the approaches to what's going on.
Right.
And there's a
Like,
debate about mutual aid. They talk about how freaking all of these people they reference in the civil rights movement or who were more radical still did not leave these people who needed, in the class level of things who were without behind. They did not leave those people behind. Those were not
mhm.
acceptable losses. They made sure they were fed, they were taken care of. They were, you don't leave a red state behind because you're in a blue state and you're safe and you're able to fight the fight like these college kids. You don't forget about the kids who, are in poverty. So I think they do a good job showing the different rungs of
Also,
class.
within that as well, we were talking, having the discussion about those who are oppressed also being oppressors, where they're
Yes.
asking Victor, are you queer? And it's like a lot of movements, no matter what the movement,
Yeah.
queer people have been at the head of those movements
The civil
because,
rights movement was headed by queer Black men. It was headed by them. They were the brains behind it.
but still they get
Yeah.
shoved to the back. You're
Yeah,
doing all
and
this
it's
work, but I don't want to see you though.
how his friend worded it. He said,
Yeah.
did you turn queer now?" Like it's like it was an accusation, like it was
Mhm.
something dirty. I just have this like sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach that his friends are gonna turn on him.
Yeah. Especially because, as we see later, his connections got him out of that, right?
Mhm.
He got a special ride home. I swear somebody saw that.
That
I think somebody saw it too. Because he was with uh Trin, he's in a military vehicle getting driven home.
Mm-hmm.
After a protest. He's the whole
Also, like, go ahead.
I was moving on towards how Trin handled Victor being in love with him and that whole
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
the way that, you know, Victor put himself out there. This was, you know, an opportunity
Really
moment,
put
and he
himself out
took
there.
it. But also the emotional intelligence that Trin had to Trin, who's just discovered he's gay or at least likes men, had to have in that moment. He had to be a teacher in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that was his student. And he was like, I have to take care of you and your feelings and not hurt you, but also be clear. And he literally says, thank you for making it clear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he said, I'm trying to wait till I'm good enough for you. And he was like, you're already good enough. Good does not mean
goodness and love are not the same thing.
Yeah.
That was like the key phrase for me, because I was like, oh, this is just a complex that he is just acquired. This is a new complex that he's acquired because he believes that he is just not good enough, and that's not the truth of it. That's not what it is. And I'm glad that Trin took the time to be like, it's not that you're not good enough. You can't there is no magic number of good that you could reach that would make me like have these feelings for you. That's not how those feelings work.
It's why I'll never get let go of the Moonlight Allen debate, because it didn't matter what good. A lot of that debate was centered around he's a good guy, and there was a lot of people who feel like if you're good enough, you have the right. You should be the one that's chosen, and that's just not how real life works. It's just not how it works.
That sounds like all the jerks walking around going, "But I'm a good guy," and they just want bad boys.
It is exactly that. That was, to me, Alan was the archetype of that, where he legitimately was like, I'm a good freaking guy. So you're a jerk for not loving me, and you should, and maybe I'm just going to stick here and make sure you love me, because how dare you not love me? I'm a good guy. And there were so many people who were back, and it wasn't just, I know there was the first stands, but it wasn't just that, because there were people who felt like they were the good guy, and they felt wronged by being left, and so they identified with Al. It was a lot. I'm telling you, a lot of conversations happened.
But in here, so Victor's, so he's Trin is attracted to Hanwha, who I don't think anyone would characterize as goodness. I don't think that he's badness, but he's wildness.
Oh no,
you know what I mean?
I would.
But love just loves what it loves. You know what I mean?
I would. I have some very strong feelings about Hanwha as a person. I find him frustrating in his inactivity.
Oh yeah.
Like I agree.
So like I don't know that I would classify him as a bad person, but I find myself being frustrated with him a lot of the time that he's on screen.
The way I describe, oh sorry.
I was just going to say, I think a lot of that's wrapped up in the loss of his mother and the way his father approaches him. Like he can't grasp anything else. He's so wrapped up in those things that I think he's not able to do.
I describe him as somebody who's trapped in his trauma with privilege.
There you go.
So he has the privilege to stay trapped. He does not have to escape it, because somebody else has to move past it to make the bills, to take care of their family, to do all of these things. Right. He's alone with money, so he can just sit in it,
just wallow.
Yeah, and that's what he's chosen to do.
Yeah,
and the only thing that seems to be bringing him somewhat out of it is
Trin. Trin is
and now knowing that Trin has all this trauma, I think that's connecting him even more to Trin.
Yeah, so we're shooting ahead, but in that moment, I don't know if you guys caught it. as he's like processing it, he did this thing where he tilted his head back and closed his eyes. And I was like, he's checking in. And that was the moment he checked back in with the world. Like, that's the first time you see him truly not being like, oh, I'm 10-1. You know what I mean?
Like, right.
That I was like,
I think that his friend helped in that. I think that's why he showed up at the end there, because it's when they said the students were in the protest, and his friend also said that inactivity, what you were talking about, not doing anything isn't any good either.
Right.
He's like, you're talking about all these things that people are doing that aren't helping the cause, but you sitting here not doing anything doesn't help either. And I think the combination of that statement and the fact that he realized, oh, that's trans students that are in that protest, maybe I need to. It's so funny. Like, right after I said, if he would just get outside of himself, he'd be there for that man. And
it was crazy. Like a flash. If he get out of himself, and then cut to literally 3 seconds later, him standing on the road, like, oh, hi, how you doing, buddy?
But I think he also, his like inactivity, he in his mind, that was the theme of the episode for him. Everybody leaves, even when he had a moment with his dad, but then he was like, in his mind, we're all going to be gone anyway. What's the point? He has given up on life while living, and so that's it. That he's just done. He checked out till he checks out, but he won't actually like go the path of his mother. Right? He's just kind of existing. That was really interesting in the beginning when he walked, because the way I read the scene, and it might not be what he was trying to do, but it felt like he was sneaking in and he was kind of revel in his father's downfall. And so he was not, that's where he had the smile coming in the door. And then to look over and see his dad staring at the picture, which tells you, as mad as he is, his dad did love his mom. You know what I mean? And then
to see that his dad played guitar too.
Yeah. And his dad clearly loves him as well.
Right.
And it's so fresh. If his dad had just like a little not had his own head in his ass, like there was the possibility of something happening there, because it did look like as soon as he came in the door and he saw how his dad was, like there was a change. But as soon as his dad turned around and started being his dad, he went right. That mask went right back on, and he went right back to being like, oh no, well, I'm just gonna go back to being this.
I think also throughout the episode, we watch all the pretense of everything fall apart, fall away, because you have, like we said, Naran, you knew what this man had done. You knew that he was part of this. You're the reason the article got put out, but he still showed up to the press conference, believing that he would be affected in some way, that Lurt would do something to Lurt's going to do what Lurt always has done. Lurt was not going to be different. And so you saw like everything he had about their moments together chipping away. And then in the midst of the protest, when he confronts him, he was like, oh, you're exactly who you are. Like, oh, you're that person. You're selfish. You're all about his family. And Lurt's like, yeah. Who do you think I am? Like, this is who I am.
It's like the theme of that just keeps coming back. It's the like opposition between ideals and consequences, because like Naran has all these big ideas, and like I very much believe that he is like, I will give my life for this cause.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I absolutely, I know that that's who he is as a person. And then you have Lurt, who is like, I know what the consequences of your ideals looks like. I know the destruction that is left in the wake of your ideals following through to their natural end. Like, I have seen that. And it's the same thing with Trin, who's like,
I was gonna say, yeah.
Who is like looking at Victor, who is just like full steam ahead.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do what's right. We have to help the people. And he is also, I will give my life for this cause. And then you have Trin, who is like, I have seen what giving your life for this cause does to the people around you. And they're just like butting their heads against each other. Like, why don't you understand what I'm talking about?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what was also revealed in that that standoff between Lurt and Ron, Ron saying over and over again, just put me in jail, just put me in jail. And Lurt made clear that he protects the people that he loves. He fully protected Ron in that situation. And that had to be difficult.
It was interesting because he was trying the entire exchange, right? And it was after he said, I protect the people that I love, and just stood there. That's when he started kicking the car, because he understood what that meant. And it was so aggravating and so upsetting for him, because you're telling me you love me, but look at who you are and what you've done. Like, like without laying it out for us, they laid it out for us.
Yeah.
All that was going on emotionally. And he refused to do it. He was like, I'm not gonna arrest you. I'm not gonna let anyone touch you. You are safe. Oh, the complexity of the wife that
I was getting ready to say. She was getting that poor wife. I just feel so awful for her.
I feel awful for her, but she don't have a problem with what the government is doing.
But
yeah, because she
raised
said those,
by who?
I understand that. I'm saying that's why it's complex. That's why it's complex. It is why people say sometimes, like with we're on. Oh no, I don't want this to get with people who are on that side, like the wives of people on that side. There is a level of empathy, but oftentimes, even with the people that wear that oftentimes those women are not as much. Maybe they're a victim of a bad marriage and not love or everything, but they are participants in the tyranny that is going on, and they are signing on to that tyranny.
Yeah, because you have to think about what her statement was about the protests. These students stirring up trouble.
Yep.
It wasn't, these students, standing up for what they believe in, or these students like trying to do what's right. It was these students stirring up trouble.
And the military and the cops are going to go and stop them. Like, she was very proud of that statement.
It's subtle, but I thought it was so important to add that bit there, because everybody in this is layered. No one, and which I love, because I'm so sick and tired of the black and white conversations that go around these topics. Like, you can't fully villainize anyone. There's all this stuff that's happening, and all are true at the same time.
Oh, and every single love story in this has some other, person on the other side, right? Yeah. So she has the younger military guy. She got her she got what she could get by getting that shirt. She just got her little peek. But also Victor has the girl that's in love with him.
Yeah.
Everybody has somebody that's going to get hurt.
She had great lines. I talked about with her, like, the idea, and it's true. We haven't even talked about the scene where the college kids are being beaten.
Though,
okay. Because we still have to watch Revamp.
Something else. Yeah.
Okay. I'll wrap it up. Damn it! The idea of the family you leave behind, which is literally what Trin is dealing with, that she kind of represented the plea of, like, don't do this because we are also affected. If you died, would this country be better? Like, you're just one person. I also just the one thing that sticks, the genius editing in this was the sound of the protest when they were hugging. That was beyond. That got me more than anything else. That was so. Everything about
that scene.
We got to get back together and talk about the rest. Oh my God, that whole scene was so geniusly done. Even the protest Oppo, everybody was great in this. Do not get me wrong.
Yes.
Oppo was phenomenal in this.
Mm-hmm.
This was probably his best work of anything ever to date.
Yes.
And it's so phenomenal because he played this character so restrained, and this was the unleashing of everything. It would not have worked if he'd not done what he did before to get us where we are now.
Mm-hmm. I just realized one of my big anxiety tics is I shake my leg.
Oh, and it's shaking the camera.
Yeah, my camera is probably shaking this entire episode.
I was gonna say that's been happening this whole episode. I've been seeing your camera going. So now I know why.
Yeah, one of my anxiety tics is I shake my leg, and my leg is up against the leg of the desk.
I know we gotta go, so I'm gonna rapid fire through you. I casually folded those papers and placed them, and you placed them in important places because the person who made them is important to me. Did you really just do them casually? No, not really, because you're precious to me, so they weren't casual. It was the defining of the relationship that Trin needed to hear. The fact that he was being defensive this whole time and trying to shut him out and not really feel, and now he is saying, no, I actually do care about you and have from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Because those papers have been a thing since the beginning.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the reverse role. We can't leave without that. My God.
They always
the Oppo mile of it all.
Scene at the end. That was a good scene.
It was a great scene. I think they're going to be strange people who have either a problem with that or they're going to be let down because everything. I think people forget these are characters. Everything about the way Ken Porsche interacted in was true to their characters. It was going to be loud and rowdy and tear up the room. I know there are people who came into this looking for that. Mm-hmm. But that's not who these characters are. Broken. They are trauma filled. They are finding comfort, literal comfort in each other. And that's what that scene was.
Wildly suppressed, just entirely repressed people who are just dipping their toe into like exploring her sexuality. There's not going to be any, throwing anybody up against the wall.
Right,
that's not step one.
No. And I don't know that there was deep love in the beginning. No, Ken Porsche started in a soul. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they started. So no, these are not the same.
This was just very tender and passionate, the exchange between the two of them. Now, Lurt and Ron, they gave us spice.
Yeah.
They went at it. If you needed that, it's there.
No, that makes people more mad.
That's because that's what made sense for those characters, though.
Yes.
And it's a small section. It's not everybody. Let's be real. This is a very specific group who I saw. It's the same thing as the next Prince Amli. It's the same thing as what was happening with the next.
The side character was giving them more than
they're angry that the side character has more sex scenes. It's giving more story in the beginning. The story is more like bombast. It's supposed to be about Mile and Oppo, which it is, and they're doing beautiful.
Very much.
But it's not. It's so that. Their story's
that scene was everything it was supposed to be. We were talking about how they hadn't been together yet, and then the way that they were together was beautiful. And they both needed each other in that moment in that way. Mm-hmm. It couldn't have been another way. After that day, they needed tenderness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was absolutely 10 out of 10, the whole thing. Wow. They better. See, the only reason that I can see them not winning stuff, this is a very edgy, bold story to tell in the way that they're telling it. It is not. It's crazy because they have government money. That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
I'm fascinated. I am fascinated by that part.
Yeah, because you would think that with working with the government money, there would be some measure
Maybe.
of oversight that the government would have on the story that they're telling. But this is not shying away from being
Well,
critical.
they did choose to humanize the military though through
That is
Vert.
true.
Yes, that's true.
So it's the same way in Tempo. They tried to make the head of the company a person at the end of the day. She's just trying to do. I think that subversively, that's why this is. We could tell all the story as long as you have a sympathetic person. They've created a sympathetic person in the role of the military for us to. They're just people too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's how I
Yeah.
passed it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay,
Okay, we
gotta...
do have to end. Okay. All right, lovely people. My sister has a life. How rude. We will see you in the next one. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see the full reaction, head on over to Patreon. If not, thanks for coming here. Please join the comments. And then also don't forget, Yoshi is watching Boss and the Babe over on his channel. Subscribe, all the things. Okay, bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
I think I need good chat therapy.